I started posting videos on this YouTube channel a little over 2 years ago. I knew that I wanted to be able to spend more time with my family, so I knew I wanted to create something for myself so I didn't have to work for somebody else. I loved farming, and this non-traditional form of farming really started to take my interest because I started having kids and started thinking about, well, what are my kids eating? And through all this, we've had a lot of support and a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But yesterday, by far, was one of the biggest and exciting moments that we've had. You need those moments to help you keep going. I mean, me being able to quit my job was a big moment, and being able to spend more time with my kids, and this spring we sold way too many chicks and the hens didn't start laying soon enough. But last night was just amazing and something that we're going to remember for a long time. We got Liddy's sister and our brother-in-law to go with us to Reserve, a higher end restaurant in Grand Rapids that serves the best produce, the best meats that they can find, and they try to do as local as possible. But if they have to go a little bit further to get the best, they will. And so we dropped all of our kids off, which is 5 of them. We have 3, and Kelsey and Josiah have 2. And we dropped them off at Grandma and Grandpa's and headed up to Grand Rapids. It's funny to me because Liddy absolutely loves this kind of stuff. She's more sophisticated than I am. I'm more of a simple kind of guy. The simpler, the better. Walked in, and it's a beautiful place. Just absolutely gorgeous. We've been there one other time, and that was to gift them one of our chickens. So we get there and walk in, and the hostess knew exactly who we were and sat us down and said she was excited for us to be there. So then the waiter came around, and it was a different waiter than the one we had the last time. And the one we had the last time was amazing. But the one this time was just over the top amazing too. It's amazing to me that they know that menu inside and out, and it's constantly changing because they change it with the seasons. They can't get everything all the time. He just goes through and tells you everything about every little thing on the menu, right down to how each animal is raised and where they're raised at, and it's just incredible. And I was a little disappointed because he knew who we were. So when we got to the point on the menu where it said half American breast chicken, he didn't tell me how it was raised, and I was kind of looking forward to hearing his spiel. That was the only part that I was a little disappointed by. I'll have to send somebody in there as a Secret Service agent and ask about the American breast chicken. But if it wasn't incredible enough to go to a fancy restaurant like this and see your product on the menu, something that you worked so hard on. These are chickens that we've bred, collected the eggs, hatched the eggs, raised those chicks, took to the butcher, which that disappoints me right now because this group we had to take to a USDA butcher, but we're working on getting certified so that way they never have to leave the farm. But doing so much of that ourselves and all the work and years we've poured into this, and to be honest, I mean, a big portion of it is Liddy's hard work on Instagram, posting stuff and getting a following. I mean, when we went and talked to him about getting our chicken in the restaurant, he told us that he'd looked at all our social media. He went through our Instagram, he went through our YouTube, and that's one of the reasons he got so excited about it. And he said, man, chicken it's hard to get a lot of money for chicken. He says, but with your story, I know that we can sell this chicken, and I'm really excited about the chicken itself. So our price point, being such a small farm, was higher than he really wanted to go. But with our story and everything, he stuck his neck out. So far in the first couple of days, it's been selling fantastic. He said, way better than he could ever imagine. To be there with my wife and get to order something that the both of us worked so hard on. On top of that, there was a couple that came in with their son, and they ended up getting sat next to us. And Liddy heard him say that he wanted to reserve one of the chickens, wanted to make sure he could get one. And so that caught Liddy's attention, and I didn't really hear him say that. But so we order our food, which it just felt amazing to be able to order your own chicken that you worked so hard on at a restaurant of that caliber. I mean, I was on cloud nine. So our food comes, and they set this beautiful chicken in front of me that we worked so hard on producing for them. And we were taking content footage, for YouTube and Instagram. And so then I set my phone down, but I didn't actually turn it off. So it was still recording, which was incredible because it caught this on tape. And this is the guy that came in and sat next to us. So just take a listen to this. I know the audio's bad, but this is incredible what happened here. I mean, I honestly thought for a minute there that I was being pranked, that there was cameras around, and like it was just too perfect that I didn't think there was any way that this was actually real, but it was. Go ahead, listen.
You guys had the chicken yet?
No. Okay, what'd you think of it?
We had it last night, and that's why we're back tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
Fucking incredible.
Albert,
that's cool.
They raised the chicken.
No way.
Yeah.
All right. So we came back tonight specifically for the chicken. It's
really?
So insane, and they treat it well.
Well,
perfect.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and thank you so much
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you
raising
liked
a beautiful
it.
chicken.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Where was the chicken raised, if I might ask?
So after that guy said that to us, it's like me and Liddy looked at each other, and it's like we both had like tears in our eyes. And that sounds so dumb, but it's like that's something that the both of us spent so much time on together to make happen. And here we are enjoying it, and there's somebody else here telling us and thanking us for what a great job we did. And the staff there at Reserve is just amazing. Luke and Claire are amazing people. I know that if we had the chicken in any other restaurant, they would not treat us this way. We called a lot of restaurants the same time we were calling Reserve, and they were like, this is as much as we can pay you. You need to be able to produce this much. We need to know that we're going to have them every week. And just all these demands where Luke and Claire were like, well, what can you produce a week? I mean, we want to make it worthwhile for us, but we don't want, they're not into the mass produced thing. So, he's like, could you do 15 a week? And I said, yeah, I can do 15 a week. And the price, we were a little far, we had some gaps to fill on the price, but we met in the middle, and I think that'll work out good for the both of us. And so I'm excited to work with them more. We just sold them 30 chickens here for this summer for them to try. So this was just a trial run, but we got a bunch more that we're going to be able to butcher and get in their hands. And I think this is a huge step forward, not only for us, but for you guys too. A lot of you are looking to have your own homestead business, and a lot of you are getting into the American Bresse. And I definitely think this is possible for you guys to start working on. And it's not going to happen overnight, but you guys should be able to get these into some of your higher end restaurants in your nearby city, and in the hands of people that are really going to enjoy them. So I hope this is encouraging to you guys. I think it's a huge step forward. People willing to pay for quality, people willing to pay for a story, to support somebody. I mean, this guy, he already loved the chicken, but he was just amazed. And I know it really hit home with him when it's like, well, where are you guys from? And we're just in Allegan County, just south of here. And he's like, oh, really? That's incredible, you know? So you got this amazing chicken in front of you, and it's coming from a young couple the next county over. You know, you guys are to thank for this too. Without your guys' support and watching these videos throughout the past couple years, none of this would have been possible. So thank you.